Dinner for shoes, please. Hi. Welcome to another episode of Dinner for Shoes. You will notice that the setup is way different now. And there is a reason for that. So today you are essentially, I wouldn't really call myself a get ready with me gal, but you're getting ready with me. So this post is going to be all about how I construct an outfit. And I have a very specific way of doing this. My good friends who've gone out with me before and have gotten ready with me most literally know about my outfit wheel. But we're going to start with the food first. And that's because it directly relates, of course, to the fact that you're getting ready with me and I'm here in my robe right now and there's no shoe on my plate yet, and you will see why. But we're going to dive into dinner once we get there. Since you're literally getting ready with me, the shoe that I will be cutting will be my going out for dinner shoe. Right now, I'm having my favorite brunch. Now, I called this Happy Meal and Outfit Wheel for a very specific reason. So, the outfit wheel makes me so happy. I love getting ready this way. It's the easiest way for me to pick out my outfits every day. It makes me feel creative and also gives me room to express myself no matter where it is that I'm going. But it gives me some sort of direction, almost like a writing prompt, which I'm a writer. So to me, there's always a jumping off point that might inspire you to kind of break borders, push boundaries, do something unexpected. And that's kind of what my outfit wheel does. It forces me to think about the mood that I'm in, but in a very specific light or color to reveal a little bit ahead of time. But anyway, right now I'm sitting here in my Skims robe. I love this robe. I'm obsessed with it. If anyone is looking for a new robe, this Skims robe is the most comfortable plush robe. Kim Kardashian, you are, I don't know, it's something, it's working. Skims, it's working. My friend Isabel always wears this robe when she comes over, and so I kind of think of it as her robe, but I'm 100% stealing it today because my robe looks like a piece of shit. It basically was tie-dye at some point, but now it's just it's been washed so many times that it's faded yellow blobs all over it. Great robe, but the Skims wins out. Skims all the way. So this makes me happy. The outfit wheel makes me happy. Happy meal all the way around. This is my number one go-to Happy Meal. Now, of course, when you think of Happy Meal, you think of McDonald's. And I was telling Nick, I was I'm going to order a Happy Meal. And I'm going to do my Happy Meal and outfit wheel. It was all in my head. And he's like, the last time we had fast food, it was Wendy's, but we had late night fast food. And he was like, you felt so shitty after. This is going to sound, I don't know, dumb. If I heard anyone else say this, I would roll my eyes. But it's true. I just feel better when I eat healthy food. And I love healthy food. I crave healthy food. And this is the meal that I crave. This meal makes me so happy. I make it every single day. I find a time when I can eat it, whether that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever. And I make it. It fuels me. I'm obsessed with fruit. I always have been. And I love peanut butter. And there is so much fucking peanut butter on this. I also recently got into syrup, so there's syrup too. But I'm obsessed with this meal. This is my ultimate happy meal. So let's talk about what I do to make my coffee, which makes me so happy. And I specifically waited. Actually, that's a lie. I was going to lie to you guys and say that I waited to take a sip until we got on camera, but that's bullshit because I took a sip and I was bringing it over here. Anyway, love my coffee. So in the vein of trying to copy a Starbucks coffee, I basically use my Ninja and I put cold brew concentrate, sometimes from Trader Joe's, sometimes from Starbucks, in there with a little bit of silk vanilla creamer. It's dairy free. I add a little bit of simple syrup. Today's that tasted like hazelnut. That was hazelnut. Sometimes I do salted caramel, whatever I'm feeling. A little bit of monk fruit sweetener and milk. I actually don't use any water in my coffee. I like a really frothy, creamy coffee, so I use cashew milk. And then I blend it all up. I blend it twice. The cats are always like, oh, there she goes, like blending up her coffee again. And I'm like, yeah, here I go. Like, I need it. So we do it, and it tastes so great with my meal, which I love Faye yogurt. So that's the Greek yogurt that I choose. And I always put a crap ton of peanut butter on top. I do, like, you'll see like some oats and granola, some craisins, almonds, different nuts. Always change up the fruit. Always change it up. And I know that like this was supposed to be a podcast where I was rating and trying new things, but because you're getting to know me today, and this video is so important to me because the outfit wheel makes me who I am. And like, we're going to come back to the outfit wheel in other episodes. We're going to use it to create and construct outfits. And I feel like I need to feel comfortable and most like me and do all the things that make me happy in order to share this huge part of my outfit construction with you. So I'm excited to eat this huge bowl of fruit and nut butter. And like, it's so good. Yeah, like 10 out of 10. Because I rock. Right, guys? Right, Trish? Trish doesn't go for this, but I will say that Hit, who's sitting where I'm pointing right now, Hit actually loves Faye Greek yogurt. It's really creepy and like weird. Because I just feel like, well, firstly, you're not supposed to give cats dairy. So I try to just let her lick a very little bit when I'm like making my yogurt bowl or whatever, but she loves it. She like goes to town on yogurt just as much as she will on like tuna or chicken, you know? So whenever I'm making this, she's like kind of like waiting for her little lick of yogurt, and I have to give it to her because she's a cutie and I can't not. So anyway, that meal makes me the happiest, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my outfit wheel now. My closet is color-coded. Here's a picture. I have I enjoy color coding clothes. If you asked me, if I don't even know you and you're like, come over and color code my closet, I would really, really enjoy doing that. I would do it for free. I like to like look at a piece of clothing and be like, but would that go in the middle of those two shirts or would that go on the right side? And then I also generally start with like the shorter / sleeveless tops on the left, and then like we get to like thicker, so that just like I know like, okay, like that's gonna be a more wintry item if it's towards the right of the red section, right? So call me crazy, but my closet is color coded, and I consider denim to be a completely different color essentially. So I have this wheel right now. It's this app called Tiny Decisions, and this is obviously a bigger than tiny decision for me because it's my outfit. And on the wheel, I've got orange, red, gray, denim, black, white, cream / ivory, brown, purple, blue, green, and yellow. And when I'm ready to make an outfit, I spin the wheel. Now, I opt for non-repeating, which means that let's say I spin the wheel and I get red. I won't get another red outfit until all the other colors have been chosen. I do this, so like basically the wheel refreshes after I've hit every single color on the wheel. I do this because I want to challenge myself to wear something from the section of each closet. The section of each closet. Each section of my closet. So as I essentially like go through each color section and I'm choosing, you know, I'm like going through, I'm like, oh, like, do I want to wear this piece from the red section? If I find something that I just do not want to wear, I know it is time to donate that item. So this also in turn helps me be more sustainable and helps me really ask myself, like, do I want to wear that piece anymore? Could this be better used for someone else? This could be someone else's. It just helps me go through my clothes and keep a really fresh, clean collection of things that I really am excited to wear. So I go ahead and I spin. I figure out what I want to wear. There's two different essentially sections of my closet. There's the like long clothes, which like are too long to be on the double tier racks. And then there's just like the shorter clothes basically. So I have a red section both in the shorter section and in the longer section. So I go through both. I'm like, do I want to wear a long red dress or jumpsuit? Do I want to wear, my long red coat that makes me look like a Matrix person? Do I want to, it's leather. It's faux leather. It's crazy. And it comes with matching pants. Anyway, we'll get there. You will see me in that, I'm sure. But I look through and I select the piece. Once I know what I want the piece to be and it's from the correct section, I start looking at websites to see how similar items of clothing have been styled on those websites. Net-a-Porter happens to be a favorite. I like Shop Up. Sometimes I'll go on Revolve. Sometimes I'll go on Zara. And let's say it's like a little red cropped blazer. I'm typing that in and I'm looking at Google Images. I'm looking on Pinterest. I'm looking on Net-a-Porter and I'm seeing like, how do they style this piece? Do I have any ideas? It will give me ideas and inspiration. Now, sometimes I override that idea and inspiration and I'm just like, wait, you know how you want to wear this piece. Wear it the way you want to wear it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to spin the wheel twice for you. So here's outfit number 1. So we spun the outfit wheel and we got brown, which weirdly enough, I was wearing brown underwear today. I just feel like that's a sign. Could not be, could be, but like I just reached in and I selected brown underwear. Would I wear this outfit to work? Maybe this is a little bit more daytime focused, like out with friends, maybe have like a quick coffee meeting with a colleague, but like not to the office because the skirt's a little short. But listen, as soon as I saw that I got brown, I reached for this Rowari silk mini skirt. Rowari is a brand started by my cats. No, I'm kidding. Rowari is a brand, though. Actually, they're looking out the window and started by my friend Ryan, my best friend Ryan, who lives across the street from me, and his best friend Laura. So the two of them started this brand together recently, and their clothes are really well made and they're really versatile. So like, a lot of the, like, for example, the pants, like there's multiple ways to wear them and you can like zip off a part or you can wear the panel, and this little mini skirt, as soon as I tried it on, I just felt like it flattered me. I have like more athletic thighs and I felt like this skirt was shaped in such a way that like I was really comfortable in it. And so I steamed it a bit. And then what I found I went on to like the next part. You find the piece that you want to wear. Found the brown piece, right? So now I go on and I'm like, well, how are other brands online right now styling brown silk mini skirts? So I start to look it up. I see Net-a-Porter has this brown silk maxi skirt actually by Dries Van Noten, and that is styled with a white top and then a darker brown boot, like a darker brown tall leather boot. And then I'm seeing that Aritzia also has a brown silk skirt, and that's paired with like a white sweater and also a black or really chocolatey brown tall boot. And now, so this is the Rowari Stella skirt, and it actually comes with a matching top called the Brook Tank, and that it's teamed up like a co-ord set on their website. I don't have that tank, but I was really liking and was attracted to like the white, brown, darker brown pattern. So I was like, I can do that. I have a black boot. There are these neoprene vintage Prada boots that I got, and I love them and I wear them with everything, but I just didn't think that they would go with a silk mini skirt. Like, note to self, you need a more structured, maybe leather knee-high boot. So I have to invest in that. But I could still use like a new black shoe that I was excited to wear and still, work with the color palette. So I threw on this white t-shirt-ish. It's very comfortable. It's just like this white button-down crop top, which is probably why it's like a little bit less appropriate for the office, but I still like it for daytime. I wouldn't consider this like a nighttime evening look or like a going out look. And then these Pelmoda slingbacks, they're suede, they're brand new. I haven't worn them yet, but they are so comfortable. And a lot of the time, I have a pretty wide foot, and a lot of the time, a shoe would be too narrow for me like this with a slingback, but I love these. They're comfortable. I can imagine walking in them all day long. So we're wearing those. So no, we don't have the black tall boot, but we still went with the color palette and we were inspired. And so then I thought about, okay, like what bag would work with this? My immediate reaction, I was like, oh, go for like your black Fendi bag. I have this black Fendi bag that I think I bought it with one of my paychecks when I was at my job for maybe 2 or 3 years. And I was so excited about this bag. And I was like, it's time to buy a Fendi bag, said no one but fashion girlies everywhere. And so I used a whole paycheck or more on it. But I still love it and use it to this day. And bags are a really great investment, I think, and as long as you take care of them, and we can get into that in a whole other episode. But anyway, I decided to go for like this dark chocolate brown croc effect by far shoulder bag because it's nice and easy. I can fit all my belongings in it, and I love it. So this is what I went with for my bag, and then we finished the look by accessorizing with these Warby Parker color block sunglasses. They are inspired by Italy. This sunglass shape I think actually works for my face, mostly because it just covers most of my face. What do you think? You think mom looks good in these? Do I look good? Yeah. Anyway, I also decided to go with some like very simple accessories because in the daytime I actually don't like to accessorize quite as much. Especially when like, I don't know, like I'm just doing a lot of things, like I'm typing if I'm working and like rings slip off, or sometimes my fingers get sweaty. I don't know. So I just stuck with really simple, thin tortoise hoops that kind of tied all of the shades of brown together. And voila, outfit 1 complete. Boop, boop, boop. White. Okay, so here we are. We're going out to dinner. And I don't know why I'm wearing sunglasses because I just realized that we're now at the point where like by 6:30, 6:45, the sun's down. But I wanted to like show them off because they're a cool, quiet luxury take. I need to stop saying quiet luxury. Like if I say quiet luxury one more time in a video, kill me. But don't, because then you'll have no dinner for shoes ever again. So this brand is Benbei. And I like the shape of these. I think they look better on my face than the other matrixy Miu Miu ones I have. Although I'll always love the Miu Miu ones. I'll never retire them. But I thought these were cool. And because we were talking about her, I did decide to use my Fendi bag. Again, here we go with my pops of black when I'm wearing white. So we landed on white, and I didn't know what white item I was going to wear. I looked in my long section thinking, oh, maybe I have a pretty white, like, summer dress. We're still on the cusp. It's still transitional weather. Actually, like, it is, like, 81 degrees today, so I can't dress, like, too fall-ish. But I had all these, like, white bustier tops that I was considering when I was trying to recreate that Claudia Sulewski outfit from Fashion Week. And I hadn't worn a lot of them, and I really liked this one, which is also from Aritzia. It's a little bit longer, and when I saw it, I was like, okay, like, how do people wear white tanks right now? I went on Net-a-Porter, and I saw 2 outfits right away made with white tank tops, and they were both styled with jeans. And they just screamed early aughts to me. And I was like, yeah, that's like the vibe I'm going for. And so I teamed it with this And Other Stories block heel little minimalist sandal that is so comfortable. I have a blister on my right big toe from running right now. And these allow the blister some room. So I was considering walking to dinner, but I'm now recording this instead of walking to dinner, so I'm probably gonna have to Uber, but I could walk in those. That's my point. I'm ready for dinner. I had my meal earlier, but I'm having a little getting ready drink right now because sometimes I enjoy doing that when I'm getting ready. And the number one reason, aside from when I make like a good drink, like this cup, first of all, it's a vibe. I love it. It's the same color as Reposado tequila, which is why I got them, because Reposado tequila is my favorite. And I just think the tequila like looks even cooler when it's in the cup with whatever drink I make. So I mixed it with a little bit of my like cranberry juice, and then I put 2 frozen mangoes in it, chunks, and 1 ice cube. And it's just like a little tiny baby drink, but mostly I like to have a drink when I'm getting ready, because doing my makeup stresses the shit out of me. I don't like it. I forget the order to do things. I once had my friend Isabel like send me an order, like put this on first, like then put this on, then put that on. And I look at it still to this day. And I need like, I listen to podcasts or I listen to like music and Spotify when I'm getting ready, but I still would like something to shake the edge off of how fucking pissed I am that I have to do makeup. Seriously. So there you go. Anyway, this is the outfit, my little Fendi bag that I bought with one of my paychecks that I couldn't afford. Got to stuff her up. She needs some things in there, like a wallet and a credit card to pay for more things. And yeah, we've got the And Other Stories sandal, which is just great. My little pops of black. It was super easy to make these outfits thanks to my outfit wheel. We will come back to her. We will absolutely use her in other episodes. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying listening to me and my crazy mentality and how I plan outfits and all of that and my reasons for everything. I don't know why it came in my head to start planning outfits with an outfit wheel, but it did. I also forgot to mention that my jeans are from Levi's, and these are the oldest Levi's I have, and they're cropped because I cut them and I love them. And the day that they rip, I will cry. Not as hard as I cry when the cats die. But I try not to think of those 2 things, but clearly this obsessive mind thinks about those things when there's no reason to. And I thought I was done, but I'm not, because I also accessorized with these new rings that I got, which I love. One is white with a black gemstone, and one is black with like a white kind of murky-esque diamondy stone. And then these gold hoops, and voila, we are done. So on that note, now I'm really done. Please like, subscribe, comment, continue to listen and tune in wherever you get your podcasts. Happy Meal and Outfit Wheel. Rock on.